Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. So, your key to the week this week is the Sun card. It's funny that you should have this card this week because obviously next week the Sun is going to move into your sign, right? As we come into it, we're going to have that powerful solar eclipse in your sign. We are basically pre-eclipse season at this point. So it's really, really interesting to me that the Sun card would come up for you here as we are about to step into your season. So the thing that I really want you to ask yourself at the moment is, are you ready to be seen, right? This week it does suggest to me that the Sun card is shining on you. There are a lot of blessings. You may be very open to the idea that some of the plans that you thought you were meant to move ahead with are about to shift and are about to change. What this really says to me is, what you thought you were doing, you're probably not, and you're probably going in a very different direction. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's just the way of it, right? What I will say to you as well, the Sun card is light, heat, blessings, joy, happiness, abundance. When you see this as your key to the week, whatever your challenges may be, like I don't care how bad the cards are if they come out bad after this, basically what it's saying is they will be short-lived, so your challenges will be short-lived, but your blessings and your opportunities are enhanced in some way, shape or form. So for those of you that purchased your year ahead Astro Tarot Scopes, thank you so much for being a part of the Reydiant Reality community. Thank you for your purchase. I really do appreciate it. For those of you that haven't got them, you can get that on the link in the description box below. There is also instructions on how to get, so this year I didn't even realize it was still there, but it is. You get a little discount if you buy 3. So instructions on how to get your Sun, Moon and Ascendant are in the link in the description box below. With the link, should I say. And this year you're getting way more. You're getting a 19+ page document on all of the big astrology transits for next year. The biggest ones that are going to affect you and how they're going to affect you in your sign. What it's also you also get as well is the eclipse overview. That's a separate video that I will not be posting on any of my other platforms. So if you want to get that, you have to get the download. All right. With that said, thank you so much for allowing me to sell to you from time to time. The sneak peeks that are out there are literally just that, sneak peeks. It's like a 3-minute video, whereas the actual video is 90 minutes plus all the extras that are in there as well for $4.99. With that said, for your actions and options, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you have the Knight of Swords. So there's not only a change of plans coming up for you, this is a very fast change of plans that's going to happen really quickly. What I like about this actually is it suggests that, you know, like I said, it feels to me like you're already on a trajectory or you're on a certain path and you feel like you're going this way, but by the time the week sort of amps up, you're going to be like, okay, we're going in this way now. This may come with a little bit of tension. Scorpio's not necessarily known for liking big changes. You guys are a fixed sign after all. You have the Knight of Swords as your actions and options. And so your message here is, this week you are being spurred into action, but it's in a very different direction to the one that you set out on. All right, so be flexible, be adaptable. Even if you're fixed water, you are still water after all. For your communications and conversations, you have the Four of Swords underneath the Sun card. Okay, so this is really nice. Like, this could literally just be conversations about holidays, vacations, getaways. For some of you, it looks like you might be planning a retreat of some kind. For a select few of you, this will probably be an exploratory trip. So you're taking a journey or a trip of some sort to kind of have a... what's the word that I'm looking for? Yeah, it's like you're taking a trip or a journey to have do you know what I mean? It's like it's an exploratory trip. So wherever it is that you're going, it's likely to be to gain information or to gather insight in some way, which I actually think is amazing. What I will also say, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, This could be where you're taking a break in some regard. For some of you, this might actually be where you're deciding to take a gap year, or you're deciding to take a sabbatical. For those of you that are, you know, employed by somebody else, this could literally be that. So, because when you're studying, certainly at the higher levels, you can also take a sabbatical. So you might be doing that this year, and then moving forward, for those of you that are, as I said, it's all kicking off outside. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be you really taking some serious time to think about a sabbatical, to go in a different direction. For those of you, so it's like you start the week like, you know, going to work, you have a conversation, completely throws you, and you're like, you know what, I think maybe it's time to take a break. For those of you that are, oh, come on, brain. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, there is a little bit of a lull here, or a little bit of a slowdown. And this suggests that this week you are potentially having a tough conversation around work, business, and all of those communicative sort of sectors of your world. Because you've got the Sun card here, it's likely not to be that much of an issue. It's just kind of like a short convo, which is great. It does look like some of you are doing this though. It's like you're parting ways with something or someone, or choosing, actually, you know what, I'm going in a different direction, and that's only been a recent development for me. Fair enough, it is what it is. When it comes to those of you that are, oh, come on, brain. For those of you that are, I've gone completely blank now, retired and no longer working, this would actually be a really good time to plan some time away. As in, like, if you could take 1 or 2 days this week to get away from everything and everyone, great. But if you can plan something later on at a later date as well, this would be a really good time to do it. For your love and relations, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So you've got 2 knights here. 2 knights represents intimacy, all right? So this is for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments. If things have been a little bit stagnant, this suggests it's about to get real good, okay? So there's a lot of fun to be had here. There's a lot of intimacy to be gained. And it's not like, yeah, you know, we'll go in and it's like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and it's done. It's true intimacy, because it's like you're taking your time. So it's like you're getting back to that intimacy with a partner, and then it's starting to build even more. When it comes to those of you that are single and looking, I mean, you could have options this week, and who doesn't like to have options, right? When it comes to your money and materials, you've got, wow, okay, so you've got the Knight of Cups. So this, first things first, I want to say to you, right, knights always represent movement, change. So at the start, right at the beginning, I said to you, it's almost like you're going in one way, but before you know it, everything is changing. You're going in a completely different direction. You've got 3 knights here. 3 knights represents, it can represent illness, but it can also represent a remedial action, like a big change in some way, shape or form. And I gotta say, I really feel that this is that. It's either a big change or a sudden move that is being made, and one potentially that could be quite lucrative for you, which is really nice. When it comes to those of you that are, when it comes to your finances, that Knight of Cups is an offer that comes in that has money behind it, right? It's going to do very well for you. It's going to offer some really good stuff. So I'm here for it. Good for you. Get your money, honey. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this card is a little bit more challenging when it comes to health, because it usually suggests that it's like something presents itself and you have to start looking into what the issue is. It can as well also speak to hormonal imbalances. So that's something to maybe be mindful of. I'm not a doctor. I can't give you medical advice or diagnose anything, but you know, I can tell you the energies of the cards. When it comes to your home and environment, you could be having someone come to stay, you know, from somebody that's either from a distance, maybe from another country. It could be as well that this has been a plan that's been in the works for some time. So it's like you'd plan to have this person come. you know, life gets busy, it gets in the way, it doesn't happen, and it's like now it's finally happening. So you could be really happy about this. You could also find as well that you are called out into, you know, to travel, so it's like you're spending time away from the home, because usually with the Knights in the home sector, it's like you're not at home, you're elsewhere, you know, you're anywhere but the home almost. So it will be interesting to see how it plays out for all of you. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.